Boom, boom, disclaimer, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Souls up today. Now, I'm sorry I didn't get this video out yesterday. I ended up having a doctor's appointment that ran over a little bit longer than normal, so I was not able to try to open up level 20, sector story mode 22 here, but we're going to go ahead and jump into that now. So let's take a look. We got the formation. We're currently going to go with this formation setup right here just to see how it does and if we can make anything. As you notice, I've got the Tensei Zangetsu in the back side because his he does more damage after the enemy has taken some damage with their hit points and stuff, and that increases his damage percentage. So we're going to keep him towards the end. We'll see how far we can go and see how well we do because I've not touched 22 as of all yet. Let's go ahead and load it up. Okay, so now, as you see from 22, we're there. This one they're going to start fighting the Espada. So he's met up with Nell in her child form. She actually has three forms. I mean, she's actually the child you see there, then the adult version of her, and then when she takes her resurrection version. So we should get to see some pretty good things here. Dungeon and Petsy, those are her friends. Okay, so here's our first fight. So it looks like we're going to be fighting up. Dordani. But you gotta give its props. A lot of the characters inside of were pretty funny down there. So this is where you get to learn about the strongest. Okay, so here will be our first battle. So 3 waves, so that's an increase a little bit there. I think the most we ever had in previous was 2 waves. So it's just going to be straight against Dordani himself. So having 3 levels did allow us to build up a little bit in terms of some rage skills. So it looks like we got him half down. Okay, and then Tensei Zangetsu finished him off. Yeah, you have Tensei Zangetsu going up against somebody with that low health. I mean, he's going to do a ton of damage. So 3 starred that, so that's 12-1. 22-1, sorry. So talking about, you're right, but that's good. They have a list. Okay, yeah, they separated up. I was always interesting, but I guess they really didn't know where she was at, where Hime was at. So they really had to go, had to separate themselves a little bit. But you have to understand, at this point, they were no match for the Espada. Oh, except, as we saw when Ichigo got completely manhandled by Oroquara until he went, full hollow on him. Okay, so I guess we're going to go up against his second form. Yeah. So two levels. So that's a little bit normal. But this first one here is actually, in terms of okay, he's able to take him out. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. That was very interesting. It seems like he was actually weaker in that one than he was in the first one. Well, anyway, okay, so we'll 3-star this one as well. So it looks like the one hit from that guy's rage did about a quarter, not less than a quarter of damage. Okay, so that's 22. Let's see what we got here now. Come on, use your bank eye. I've been using my full hollow Ichigo. I don't have regular Ichigo in there. Are they going to have 3 of these levels focused solely on Dordani? That would be interesting. If they're going to do 3 per, they're going to be definitely focused probably on having at least 40 chapters. This is the first time they see a Sero. It just spits it back at him. Burp. Brings out the mask. Now, just at this point in time, of course, you know, he's limited to how long he can show his actual hollowed form there. Okay, so now this here is, see, now this is much more in terms of hit points. So now this is where it's going to get interesting. Okay, so it didn't rage, actually. Interesting. I thought we were going to see a rage from him. I thought we were going to see a rage out of Dordani, but we didn't, so that means we shouldn't have any trouble taking him out right now. So it's going to be how hard these things hit, because we're probably going to see a bat from 2 of them, so we'll have to see. Okay, they went for separate. See, if they had both hit on Shinji, he probably would have been taken out. Oh, almost got him. Okay, so it looks like we went 3 onto 22-3 as well. So Dordani just got slashed. physical. You are just sweet. Ah, these are funny. So it looks like we're going to fight some. So he wins Dordani over to his side. So now, okay, so now they're switching over to Ishida. So it looks like we're going up against Saruki. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Just a one-shotter. So this here will be a first rage strike, would be my assumption. Yeah, first rage strike. So this all comes down to hit points. Okay, weathered that quite well actually, but she's probably going to get another shot because not going to have any rages. We might be able to get her here. No, not quite. It's because she hit somebody different, so it's really not that bad. So this should be a 3-star too. Yeah, Ichigo finished her off there. It's looking pretty good. I can't remember what number she was. Okay, let's see what. Probably have it 2. Probably have it 2 level yet too. So just throw in some. Throw in some. Ooh, 2. Wasn't expecting to see that. Wow. Ton of hit points coming out of that thing. So she does back damage too. That's not good. You never want to lose your back line if at all possible. Well, we got a couple rages built up. Plus we got White Chigo's rage, which is devastating. So we're going to have to withstand another rage from her. We'll probably get her in the next one. Just don't hit Shinji. She didn't rage him. She just went hit him, so that's not bad. So we got a couple more rages. We should be able to take her out here. So we're holding up pretty good. I definitely think that, you know, 1 star, because I'm red 1, so you should be able to go red 1 and progress through, because you're going to have to progress through this if you want to get to red 2, simply because of the fact that all of the mats that you need for red 2 reside here in 22. So you have to actually beat this to get there. Okay. So she's got her little blade there. I guess it's sort of like a... That's an interesting looking weapon, as you can see. So it's got a sword hilt, but the actual doesn't have a blade. It actually just has the wire and then attached to the little but it based on based on the type of fighting location that they're at, that's perfect. You need something that would be able to bend around the columns that are in the way there. So this is the perfect. This is an example of using your terrain to your advantage. This is definitely set up something for her. And Pesci, this is one of Nell's little friends. They actually don't really do much at beginning, but they end up becoming excellent sort of, I guess, distractions for the opposing team a little bit later on here, as we'll see. So it does, in the end, actually prove to be helpful. I love the way that they intersperse a comedic element inside of the actual episodes, because you have to understand by this time Bleach, unfortunately, Bleach started to have issues by this time, but it really had taken effect. It was actually the next arc that things started to go downhill, which is what ended up avoiding, prompting the cancellation. But as you know, the 1,000-Year Blood War is coming out, and it should be, the first episode should be out, I think, next week. It's either next week or the week after, so we're going to be having that. I'll probably review those as they come out here on the channel, just in keeping with the Bleach theme, because I do love Bleach. But I've heard it was written very well. A lot of people who have had a chance to view some of the pre-airs have said that it was that they did a really good job. There's going to be distractors and naysayers simply because of the fact that when you have something that's all-encompassing, and this is all-encompassing, and the entire Bleach universe is involved, it's really difficult in one season to actually get some, everybody's favorite character involved. So you're going to see some people who aren't really actually happy with the setup in terms of, what you're going to get out of it. Okay, stomached that pretty well. So we'll take him out. And then we're going to have to go against Tsuruchi. I'm hoping it'll be just one. In the third round. 2 would be bad. And unfortunately, we're having to waste some of our rages on this guy, which I was hoping to not have to do. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so it's just her. So it's going to be basically determining how much hit points she has. And it looks like they went a little bit. It looks like they went a little bit low on the hit points, actually. So we'll only have to do 1 rage. Which is good, because I'd say if she'd hit 2, she'd probably be taken down full Hall Ichigo. Well, probably not because of his lifesteal. Okay, so that's that. So we haven't really run in anything. I think Red 1 is definitely, in terms of actually being able to take the damage, because that's what it amounts to, is being able to take the damage so that you can last into getting into the next levels, because you're going to have to go, as you can see, three levels deep. It's going to be focused definitely on your defense and hit points. She hasn't actually. Does she have a resurrection version? I don't think she does. So Pesci, as you can see, Pesci helped out here in this particular battle. So as you can see, while he's not being able to do much in terms of damage or anything, he is a distraction, which is a distraction that allows his opponent to have to focus on him, so recovery can take place on Ichigo. But there she is in her transformation version. So that's where we're going to have to go up against here. So just 1 level. Oh man, ton of hit points on these things. And they hit hard too. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting to take some damage here. Okay, there's one down. I might be able to knock this one out. Yeah. Okay, we got a break there. Let's see. Let's see how much damage she can take. Now we got her. These 22 seems to be scaled quite well, actually. I'm not seeing anything that's tremendously overpowered. We probably won't find anything until we get to the last chapter. That's a pretty cool form, actually. Got those long arms. Exactly right. Boom. So here's where you get to the formal name of our release is Resurrection. Resurrection means returning blade. It resembles a regular sword when sealed. It enables us to become manifestations. They spelled that wrong. This should be an E right there. Manifestations of our former hollow selves. So that's why they don't call Bankai or something from within the responded the rank version. It's called Resurrection. So she just dropped off the wings. And she attacks. So they're got this is going to be several chapters down here when they're down fighting the Espada. So we got 2 waves. Low-level mobs on the first one. But she's out in front. Really not sure what those 2 in the back served, actually. So yeah, huge crit damage Tensei Zangetsu does on his strike. See, this is one of the reasons that, I love Yamamoto's. His rage is just totally awesome. It's like super overpowered. I mean, he'll wipe out low-level trash mobs like they don't even exist. But the fact of the matter is he doesn't hit on single target very hard at all. I really wish they would increase the power of his single regular attack would be nice. Tensei Zangetsu just does a ton of more damage, especially when you're coming up against enemies that are a little bit, that are resistant to a burn, or the fact that a blue character does not do much damage against them. So, he's a blue character, which means he gets his elemental advantage against tanks or orange characters. Not a lot of those. So most of the time you're fighting red and blue. So Another red character is always a plus. So she's talking about his Quincy while she knows a lot about Quincy's. So he stole it. Saruchi Sanderwicki. Some of these names. And then he shot her. Nope, not yet. Okay, so it looks like now we're probably going to end up seeing, yep, Chad. I think Chad makes probably one of the best transformations down here. Second, of course, to Ichigo. Ashid has always had his brain, his ability to analyze and act upon situations from an intelligence standpoint. Chad really doesn't have that. He's having to use straight force. So he had it really tough down here. Oh. That hit hard. And this thing has a ton of hit points. Okay, so I got a feeling this is probably going to be a tank. So we're going to see if we can get him down. We should be able to get him down below half, so we'll only have to take one of his rages, because I'm sure they're going to give him a rage skill. Oh, just a tidbit short. Okay, yeah, that wasn't very damaging at all. I was expecting a little bit more damage from that. All right, so that's another one down the tubes here. I'm going through this pretty quick. I'm just giving it a basic read. I don't want to spoil the story too much for anyone. Just trying to give us an analysis of how the characters and how well they've leveled as you progress through each state to make sure that it's not too far out of whack. And it doesn't seem to be. It seems that they've gated the levels pretty well. Red one should be able to go through it. Just make sure you focus on your weapons as well with your awaken essence and stuff that, because if you don't, you're gonna you end up getting quite a bit of damage, and especially hit points from within your equipment. So at the end, as you can see here, we've got two characters that base a lot on straight power going up against the other. So a good matchup. So it looks like we'll have to go once more against Interbrain. So this is a one level, but he's in front. But yeah, tanky, very tanky. Oh. Okay, that's not good. We need to get some damage from this right here. We're not doing enough damage on the backfield on this one. We're going to take him out, but he's actually not the ones you need to be worried about. We're going to need something to go. Okay, we got lucky. They didn't do rage. But I still don't think we're going to be able to take them both down here in one shot. Because these are just having a tremendous amount of hit points. We might actually get lucky. Nope, lost 2, 3. Nope, didn't quite do it. So it looks like we got almost to the point. So I just need a little bit more hit points in terms. I've still got a little bit to go on the Sensei Zangetsu's actual weapons, which will give me a little bit more hit points and a little bit more damage from him as well. So let's go ahead and see if this is mismatched. I'll let you guys read that. I'll just skip through it. Now we're going to start getting to the tough ones. Okay, so that was the final. Okay, that was the final. So yeah, that should be easy to beat Chapter 22 in terms of that. I just need a little bit more hit points and a little bit more damage, and I'll be able to take care of that. So let's do the stages here. So yeah, 3-starred them all except for the last one, and I got 2. I'll come back and grab that a little bit later. So I got some Matsumoto shards, some more Matsumoto shards, and some relics, of course. Auto exploration. That's it. Let's go ahead and hit the actual quest, because I'm sure we'll get some quest in the milestones here. Yeah, defeating story mode 22. So claim all those. Still a ways off from getting 5 more Ichigo shards. And I've still got this red dot underneath my milestone, which I have nothing. All of my milestones have been I don't know which one. I'm not exactly sure which one this is focusing on. So, but it's always there. All right, so go ahead and end it up. Long video, 33 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and finish it up. But yeah, so that's chapter 22. Should be able to get through it with red 1. And nothing surprising, and I think they gated it pretty well. That's pretty leveled evenly, so I don't think you have any trouble. All right, so thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on that bell, you'll be notified each time I drop videos. This kid here coming at you from the corner, signing out.